Hi, welcome to Mamas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button and share this with another mama that is looking for 100 days of self-care. As always, we are going to start the episode off with a motivational quote or mantra, just depending on how your week is going. The quote says, "Learn to applaud yourself for the smallest accomplishments. And when you slip up sometimes, know that it's okay. It's called being human." Again, that says, learn to applaud yourself for the smallest accomplishments. And when you slip up sometimes, know that it is okay. It is called being human. So that is a great quote. Comment below and let us know what are some of the ways you celebrate your small accomplishments. Is that going to get a small cone of ice cream? Is that going to get your favorite bar of chocolate? Like if you like dark chocolate, I used to like this, I think it was dark chocolate, salted dark chocolate from Aldi. I forgot the name of the brand, but it was really good. I used to like to get that as my small accomplishment of grocery shopping with my girls. If you have small kids, you know sometimes it can be a challenge of grocery shopping. They're always hungry. If they're too small, they want to get out the buggy. Sometimes even when they ride at the top of the buggy, it's always like just so much going on. It was a lot. So I used to treat myself with that. With them being older and both of them being in school, I can grocery shop during the day when they're at school. So that's a good thing. But what is one thing you like to do to applaud yourself or celebrate your small accomplishments? Whatever that may be. It may be go get your nails done. It may be something as big as going on a trip if you want to celebrate a bigger accomplishment. Leave that below so we'll know and we can celebrate with you if you're celebrating something this week or maybe even this month. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. This week's episode, we're still going over our 100 days of self-care. We're almost towards the end. This week, we're on days 80 through 86. So we are almost there. Once this week is done, what's that, 14 days left. So that is really coming to an end. That'll be 2 weeks after this week. So we have 3 weeks left total of the 100 days of self-care. This week, we're going to focus on days 80 through 86. And there are some fun activities for us to do during the 100 days of self-care. The first activity for day 80 is visit a new place in your city. So whatever that may be, if there is a museum you have never visited. Also, if you live in a metropolitan city, that may be going to a new city that you've never been to. So, or even like a neighborhood. I'm trying to think. It's a lot of, I know one place in Metro Atlanta that I haven't been to. It is a park that they built a few years ago off of Bankhead. What is Bankhead called now? Not Howell Mill. What is Bankhead called? Donnelly Hollowell. It's a park that they built off of that road, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's a really nice park. Let's see if I can look it up. Park on, let's see. Oh, I don't see it. Is it? No, it's not West Side Park, but it's a really nice park that they recently just opened. They had a ribbon cutting and everything. Oh, it may be West Side. Yeah, West Side Park in Bellwood Quarry is a park in the city of Atlanta located on the site of the former Bellwood Quarry. And it is, they say, a really big open green space that you can visit. A lot of places. Okay, a lot of places that you can visit. I think it even has a splash pad. It opened on August 27th of 2019. So actually, that's almost 5 years. So it's been open. Oh, they had a ribbon cutting ceremony August 20th of 2021. So that was about 3 years ago. So that's somewhere I have not been before in Metro Atlanta, Westside Park. If you've ever been, let us know. If you've taken your kids, definitely let us know what's there to do. Let's see. It is off the Beltline. I'm pretty sure they have a splash pad, but I think they have a whole bunch of other stuff. It's 280 acres. It's the largest green space in the city of Atlanta, with a 350-foot deep reservoir holding 2.4 million gallons of water. That's one of the reasons why they also created it, because they needed a reservoir for water in the city. They have great walking trails, a great playground. Let's see some other notable features. 2 covered pavilions, public restrooms, which is always good, especially when you have small kids. The park has bike racks and a playground, a playground outfitted with slides, towers, and other features that are good for children 3 to 12. I thought they had, okay, I guess they don't have a splash pad. So that would be somewhere great to visit in Metro Atlanta if you've never been to Westside Park. That is day 80. Day 81 is learn a new language. So if you only speak one language, which is one of the downsides of living in the States, when we visit internationally, especially at resorts, what we realize is that most people, if you're going to work at a resort, actually know how to speak more than one language. They'll speak their native language, and then they'll also speak English or another language. I think when we went to Curacao, most people spoke English, Dutch, because in the city of Curacao, they actually, if the schools teach the kids Dutch. So they'll know their native language, which I forgot the name of the native language, so I apologize for that. They learn Dutch at school, and then depending on where your parents are from, you may learn Spanish, and then you may also learn English. And I think one of the people at the resort told us they learn English from watching TV. And I've noticed that in several different places. When we went to Italy, most people spoke English, Spanish, and then of course, Italian. When we went to Mexico, most people spoke Spanish and then English. And I think some people, it's another language that's pretty popular. But one of the things about the States, they really started, depending on the city that you live in and the school that your child goes to, they started to implement more bilingual classes. Of course, growing up, even at my age, we had Spanish and French. I feel like at my school, we had another language and I can't remember what it was, but the popular languages were always Spanish and French. I took French for 3 years. I know just a small amount of French. I can't go to France and start speaking fluently in French. In French, I definitely can't do that. But I wish if I would have known that we would be so heavy with Spanish speaking, I would have took Spanish and actually took it serious. I actually took French, I'm just thinking about it, for 2.5 years in college. I just thought about that. But if I would have known that we would have been so heavy Spanish in the States, I would have learned Spanish and almost French. You know, just to have that bilingual, trilingual talent is great on job applications. And just to have it when you travel, it's always good to have too. So that was day 81, learn a new language. Day 82 is watch a documentary. And before I started to record the episode, a great documentary to check out, which I have not seen yet, is the Simone Biles documentary. It's called Rising. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, it's called The Simone Biles Story. Hold on, that's something else. Wait a minute. That was another story. But the most recent one that was on Netflix is called Rising, where she talks about her life from the Tokyo Olympics coming up a few months up until the recent Paris Olympics. So that's good. I'm sure it's very encouraging. I did see one scene where it was her and her mom was just talking about the importance of doing her hair before her competitions. And like her mom said, even though Simone Biles is an adult woman, she still likes for her mom to do her hair. She mentioned in the documentary that before the particular routine that she did in Tokyo, where she didn't do the planned routine, she was saying on that particular day that her mom didn't braid her hair. So that's just a tradition that they have. It's probably more something that relaxes Simone, puts her in a calming state before she actually goes out to compete. So if you are looking for a documentary for day 82, you can check out the Simone Biles story on Netflix called Rising. I'm sure there are other great documentaries. Leave a comment. Let us know what's your most recent documentary you watch. What's a favorite documentary that you like to watch that is more of a motivation for you when you're not in a good place, or just a good documentary in general. And so many out there, especially on Netflix. Day 83 is practice self-compassion. I think that's something that you can do on a regular basis when you feel like things aren't going your way. It's just been a bad week, a bad couple of weeks. If you're having like a bad month, just practice self-compassion, really sitting down and taking it all in and just finding ways how you can forgive yourself or look at the brighter side of things. That is day 83. Day 84 is to make a list of your favorite things. And I think a great list, you can separate it out. You can do your favorite desserts or your favorite guilty pleasures, whether that is savory foods, sweet foods, salty foods. I think for my favorite things, food addition would be any type of rice. I don't think I've met any rice that I did not like. Maybe if it's something too spicy, but any type of rice. Jenny's ice cream. My favorite ice cream flavor is ooey gooey. Oh man, I can't remember because the last few times I've been, they haven't had it. Ooey gooey butter cake. That's not it. But that is my favorite, but I just love Jenny's ice cream altogether. Also, trying to think, salmon. And let me think of one more thing. Food addition, maybe potatoes. I would probably say some great roasted potatoes that are seasoned really well. That's food addition. And then you can think of some of your favorite things as far as hairstyles, hair products, if you want to put that up. Like what makes your hair really popping, make it look really nourishing, moisturizing, healthy. What are your favorite things? That'll be something great to share too. Hair products, what are some of your favorite colors that look great on you? Like, do you look good in the color green? Are you more of a neutral person? Do you look great in really bright and vibrant colors? So let us know what are some of your favorite things and what addition are you doing? Are you doing food, colors, hair products, face products? Like what's your favorite lipstick, eyeshadow, mascara? What makes you look gorgeous, even more gorgeous if you're going out on a night on the town, on a date with your boo thing? So that is day 84. Day 85 is listen to an audiobook. I spoke about this, I think maybe before the 100 Days of Self-Care. Well, no, it had to be during the 100 Days of Self-Care because I talked about the Harry Potter book, The Prisoner of Azkaban, that I listened to on the way to Punta Cana, which was excellent. We rode on a Frontier flight, so they don't have any in-flight entertainment, so I had to bring my own entertainment. I use the Hoopla, is Hoopla. It's the free library app. It's the app that the Fulton County Library has. You can download this app. I'm sure if you don't live in Fulton County, check with your local library in whatever county you live in, whatever state. Ask them, do you guys have a free downloadable app or a way I can get books and hear them, the audio version for free? So that's what Hoopla is. And Hoopla is just more than just in Fulton County. Because when I initially signed up, I saw other cities and states. But it allows you to save books. I've listened to a lot of books this way. It also gives you the opportunity to download books and read them as well without listening to them. So you can do that too. But I think just having a free option is great. You can always do Audible. Now I can't think of anything else. What's the other thing? Audible. I cannot think of what Amazon has right now. Well, I think Audible is Amazon, but it's a lot of other services and apps that you can use where you can pay a small fee to actually listen to all your favorite books. So that is a great book. Any Harry Potter book, because it's long enough, especially if you have a long flight. Any financial type books. I'm also listening to the Budgetista's most recent book. Let me see. It's right on my Audible. It's called Get Good with Money. But there are a lot of other great books that you can listen to with Audible, depending on your level. You can either do one free download or multiple downloads a month. It just depends on what level you have. Next is day 86. Write a letter to someone you appreciate. I think that one's self-explanatory. Whoever that may be, spouse, partner, even your kids, if they're old enough to read, write a letter to them and just let them know how much you appreciate them for being in your life. So again, days 80 through 86 are day 80, visit a new place in your city. Day 81, learn a new language. Day 82, watch a documentary. Day 83, practice self-compassion. Day 84, make a list of your favorite things. And I would say have different editions for day 84. Day 85, listen to an audiobook. Day 86, write a letter to someone you appreciate. Look over this list. As always, pick out a few that you like to do. I always recommend doing at least one. If you can't do all 7, take advantage of one day. That way you can have some self-care for just you for the week. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you'll know when we come out with a new episode on Mondays. Follow us on Instagram at Mommas and Mannies. Still have my TikTok at Mommas and Mannies. That way you can see each day being listed, especially on Instagram. I'm not as good with it on TikTok, but on Instagram, I post every day what the day is so you can keep track and you can know which self-care item you can do for the day. Hit the like button, share this with another mama, and remember that me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week, mamas.